Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you get a chance to listen to this podcast. Welcome to episode 4 of the Cinema Asylum podcast. We're so glad you can join us, and we're going to have a great time here in this wonderful podcast. My name is John Thompson. I am the action movie expert, and in front of me is a very talented man.
I'm Matthew. I am the one of the superhero and sci-fi experts.
My name's Dyllan. I'm the other superhero and sci-fi expert.
And those are the other genres I actually love as well, so it's not just action. So there you go. We're going to have a great time today. We got things to talk about. We're going to get to our Cocaine Bear review later on, and then we're going to get to the movies that we loved back in 2022 and 2021, if we actually do have time. But first, I think we should definitely talk about the movies that we got to watch.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, at least last week or this week, so I might as well go first in this one.
Yeah, I got to pull up what I've watched this week.
So I just got done watching Scream 2 and Scream 3, and I keep getting so amazed by the plot twist that fools me every single time. If I thought I was stunned by Scream 1, I pretty much pull out my own butt in Scream 2. The plot twist got me in that one. It's better than the first one. I love the second one. It was so good. I could not believe that.
Controversy.
Well, other people thought that Scream 2 was better than the first one. Even critics thought it was better. So you might be the only one. Not that you think it's controversial. I assume you've seen Scream 2.
I've seen all the Scream movies.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
But again, that plot twist, once again, I mean, that it fooled me twice. And again, a genius plot twist. I didn't see that coming. Once again, I feel like I shot
No, yeah, absolutely.
About Billy's mother?
Yeah. And also in Scream 3, it also fooled me there with the plot twist there. But as of right now, it's my least favorite as of right now, but still a very excellent movie. So I'm looking forward to watching Scream 4, Scream 5, which I cannot believe I'm saying that, since I'm not a fan of horror.
I gotta ask you one question, though.
Sure.
Do you think her brother's still alive?
He can't be. I mean, he's dead in Scream 3. I mean, gone.
Oh, no. I misremember. No,
he got shot in the head.
Yeah, no, I know. I like realized that. I was like, I'm asking the wrong the right question about the wrong character. It's been a minute since I watched Scream 3, but the girl that he kills at the bottom of the stairs, and then all you see is like her body's laying down there, and then it gets dragged off.
Right. Yeah.
That's in the actress.
Yes, exactly.
I remember. Yeah. Okay.
Do you think that she's still alive?
I highly doubt it.
I think she is.
She might be.
I fully, because the entire thing with Scream is there are characters that have died and then came back later.
Yeah.
There are characters that have been, there are a lot of characters that have been killed on screen, obviously.
Yeah.
Her death, as far as I remember, we
not
didn't
on screen.
fully see her die on screen.
Right.
Like we saw a little bit, we heard a little bit, but we did not actually see her die, because you see her move before she gets dragged off.
Right.
Like, it's a little bit of movement, but you see her move. So we never
might still
see
be alive,
that.
Yeah.
Exactly. And nobody mentions her. Nobody says anything about her. So
How did I
alive.
not catch that? That's weird.
Because, okay. So I was like plastered to the screen when I first watched it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like every time, and same with like any other person that rewatches a movie. Like I watch for stuff that I didn't notice the first time.
Right.
So it wasn't until like the second time that I watched it that I noticed that. And I remember the first time that I watched it, I was like, okay, I was like that was a little weird.
Yeah.
I was like, but I mean, that's one of the few things that they don't do, is that they don't kill people off screen.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's one actor that was in Scream 3 that I was thinking, oh, cool, that's my guy. It's Patrick Wilburton that was in this movie, who played as one of the security guards.
Yeah.
And The Emperor's New Groove. I assume you've seen Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guess who did not see The Emperor's New Groove?
Roro.
I'm so disappointed. I'm not as disappointed as I was before.
I told him that we were going to kill Matthew tonight, and already we should absolutely just go over there and say, what's the matter with you, Matthew?
First from my fiance, now from you? What? How do you not watch Emperor's New Groove?
I live to disappoint.
I genuinely don't understand. even if you don't care about even if you don't care about David Spade, even if you don't care about I forget the guy's name that played Pacha, but he's a huge name. Even if you don't care about them, Kronk is in it.
Absolutely.
It's
And
the origin of Kronk.
I love Kronk. And I even love Yzma. Hold the leather, Kronk. Hold leather!
Seriously, it's such an iconic movie. How can you not? It's like
Matthew, you got tons of homework to do. You need to watch The Emperor's New Groove as well.
we're going to do an
otherwise-
entire episode about the movies that you haven't seen.
Yeah,
Probably.
exactly. We're not going to do that.
Yeah, why not?
Like, I'm totally flabbergasted.
That could be a roast episode for every month for someone's birthday. We roast them and do an episode all the movies they haven't seen.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to tell you right now, mine won't be nearly as embarrassing as yours.
Probably.
There are a lot of good movies that I haven't seen, and I'm sure that we're going to get into it when we start talking about 2022.
Yeah.
Right.
There are a lot of good movies that I haven't seen, but there are so many like classics that you haven't seen.
Exactly.
Like,
I mean, first Toy Story 2, 3, and 4.
I've
and...
seen 2.
Oh, you've seen 2. Okay. You've seen...
saw 2.
But you have not seen... Okay, so...
Wizard of Oz. Wait, what?
what?
I'm joking. I've seen The Wizard of Oz.
I
Okay.
was gonna say.
Because okay, you have not seen Toy Story 3. You have not seen Toy Story 4. You have not seen Emperor's New Groove. What's next?
Hadn't seen Ghostbusters. Hadn't seen Nightmare Before Christmas.
What
I've seen
she
both
did.
now.
What
You've
she
seen
did.
them both now, but like as of like a month and a half ago.
You know what we should do, Dylan? The next time there actually is a Disney movie that we actually love, and we ask him, "Have you seen that movie?" We're gonna continue to kill him.
Dude, I'm gonna bring a spray bottle. Every time you say that you haven't seen a classic movie, and we agree about it, I'm gonna spray you immediately.
Yeah.
Bad doggy.
Yeah.
And also, I also have seen Mission Impossible 2, which I actually seen the movie before. I'm actually doing my Mission Impossible reruns before we all go see Mission Impossible 7, which I cannot wait to see coming out in July.
That's gonna be one of the best movies of the year.
Absolutely. I watched it the first time. Really thought it was a really great movie. A little bit too much slow-mo. But after watching the second time, I got used to it. Although I still think it's a little bit too much slow-mo. Mission Impossible 2, I really think it's underappreciated. I think it's deserved more love. It's not better than the first one. It certainly is not better than 3 through 6, which, by the way, they are amazing.
Yeah.
But Mission Impossible 2 deserved a lot more critical reception than what people have. At least for me.
I was gonna say Mission Impossible is a weird franchise. They get better with each one instead of worse.
This is a conversation between you guys because I'm pretty sure I've only ever seen one Mission Impossible movie in its entirety.
Oh,
And it was like the fourth one.
Okay.
It wasn't even the first one. Obviously, I know the iconic things from the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Tom
there's
Cruise.
some of your homework.
Yeah, I know.
And you got plenty of time to do it before July, so...
Yeah,
Yeah, that's definite homework.
well, like, okay. So I've never been a huge fan of Tom Cruise.
Okay.
And that can be controversial all on its own.
Absolutely.
But like I don't know. Like the only like Mission Impossible movie that I have been drawn to, this is on my watch list. Like this is like the only Mission Impossible movie that is on my watch list is the one with Henry Cavill.
That would be
That's
the
the
Mission
only
Impossible Fallout.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
gonna say because that gif where he's like reloading his arms.
Yeah, it's
I love that
He is
gif for
savage
multiple
in that.
reasons. Like he looks brutal in that gif.
he
alone.
is.
But like I specifically like that because his mustache grows in intensity and his pocket almost like
Now we
vanishes.
know why they used CGI in Josh's League 2017. They had to use CGI to hide the mustache. And honestly, I didn't even realize that. I personally don't think it's not that bad. But
Yeah, mustache to a question.
But then I realized I was thinking, wait,
That's gonna get a spray too.
I was thinking, wait a minute, he has
It is that bad.
He had the mustache, and this one, oh, that's
It is that bad,
one
yes.
production. Okay,
It wasn't super noticeable here. Like when I saw it in theaters, it wasn't very noticeable.
When you watch it at home, it's very noticeable.
When you watch it, yeah, exactly. Like it's.
I still don't notice.
I do.
I watched it. I watched it more than once. I still don't see it.
I definitely.
Why would you watch it more
do.
than once?
It's just it's. How would you explain the subtle difference? Because it is a subtle difference.
It kind of looks discolored.
Yeah, it looks a little discolored, and there's just not a whole lot of movement here.
Yeah.
Like you see his laugh lines,
Yeah.
which Henry Cavill has laugh lines.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hide that one. He has laugh lines, And his laugh lines don't move a whole lot. Like
No.
this is all
And it
really
kind of looks like
stiff.
it's hanging low a little bit.
Yeah, it's just he didn't
looks
get a
weird.
whole lot of movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, but oh well, that's movies for you. But
Yeah.
overall, so 3 really great movies that I actually enjoy, including the Scream movies. And now Josh can rejoice, and everyone else can rejoice that I actually like the Scream movies. So yay for me.
I got
And I feel like an idiot.
I got
three. All right,
Uh,
so yeah, what movies you? Because I know you saw one movie that I'm very interested in, Wind River.
Yes.
I've been wanting to watch that.
It was good. I cannot recommend it though because of the subject matter.
Really, even though you gave it 5 stars.
Yes, I encourage everyone to look up the plot, details of the plot, and make the decision for yourself if you want to watch it
Okay.
because it can be very traumatizing.
That's the movie that you talked to me about. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be rough. So I encourage people to look it up if they want to see it. It's an excellent movie, well done, plot wise, and good acting. But I cannot recommend it because of a certain scene.
Because as you know, I love detective stories and I also love westerns. So to me, this is my kind of genre. So honestly, I'm gonna go and watch it completely with completely blind, like not knowing what happened in the movie. And if I do get uncomfortable with that scene, I'll be saying to myself, it was meant to be in the film for good reason, for the drama. So, and I have seen movies where I'm like, okay, that was shocking, but I've seen shocking moments enough, so I can live with it. I'll be fine. So,
Number 2 is Primal Rage, a Bigfoot movie on Prime. It was good.
Bigfoot.
It was good. And there was some savage kills. Oh, he gave someone a Chelsea grin,
Uh-huh.
which is basically what Joker does, but rips all the way through. He like grabs in half and like rips the face open,
Ooh.
and it's just like hanging there.
That's like Mortal Kombat. Ooh.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah, it's savage.
him.
Yeah,
huh.
Shit.
and then the last one was Captive, which was a story about Brian Nichols. He was supposed to go to jail he was supposed to be sentenced for something. He escapes the prison in the courtroom, kills the guard, kills the judge, kills a couple other people in the courtroom.
Mm.
He escapes, and there's this woman played by Kate Mara.
Okay.
And she's a meth addict, and she goes to like a recovery thing, celebrate recovery, and they try to give her this book to thinking it will help her, the person in charge, and she's like, okay, yeah, and then when she leaves, she throws the book in the trash because she just doesn't think she needs help. She already lost her daughter. It's like, what's the point?
Okay.
She lost custody of her daughter, but the woman brings the book to her work and says, I think you forgot this. So the guy ends up holding her hostage, and they kind of like bond over this book. Like, things in their past and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It kind of bonds them.
Okay.
So it's pretty much action-packed.
Not really, it's more of a thriller.
Okay, because I do like thrillers. I do like those.
It's
But-
about the book, The Purpose-Driven Life.
Okay. Yeah, those are definitely good movies that I definitely would totally check out.
And then, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Daniel Oluwayo. I know I'm screwing that up. He was in Selma. He played the principal in Interstellar. He's been in a lot of stuff. He was a Golden Globe nominee. He played Brian Nichols. It's a true story.
Okay. Well, yeah, definitely some good movies. I definitely watch. What about you, Dylan? What movies did you get to watch that I hope you enjoyed? That we hope you enjoyed.
I've mostly been rewatching stuff, and that's typically just that's kind of how my brain is hardwired.
Yeah.
Plus, I work 2 jobs,
Right.
so I don't have a whole lot of time
So do a lot of
between
rewatching, yeah.
Yeah, so it's mainly
Okay.
just been like catching up on certain stuff and stuff like that. The only movie that I possibly watched for the first time, and I say possibly because I don't remember ever watching the movie, but I also don't remember not watching the movie. I don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
I don't remember watching it. There are parts of it that I knew about, but I don't remember watching it. And it was the 4th Fast and Furious movie.
Okay.
I might have watched it for the first time.
Okay.
It's possible. I didn't really want to like bring it up because I'm like I doubt that I haven't seen it. Like I mean I love the Fast and Furious franchise. Like I mean it's great. I'm really excited for Fast 10.
I'm excited because of the cast.
Oh dude,
It still looks stupid.
I have an issue with how Jason Momoa looks, but the rest of it It's
They
just
had a missed opportunity with that. Because Alan Ritchson is also in the movie. Who, a lot of
yeah, that's right.
he played Aquaman on Smallville.
Yeah.
They should have had the two Aquamen be brothers.
That would have been very interesting.
Okay.
That's why they should have done it, because they both played Aquaman.
Well, I don't know all the casting news behind it. Who's to say that they're not brothers?
He had the same necklace that the same cross necklace Dom wears. So I'm guessing he's related to Dom somehow.
I hope that's not true. I hope that's not true. John Cena was a bit of a stretch. It was a bit of a stretch.
A couple of things that's actually pretty funny. One, they should have called it Fast and Furious 4, but they had to call it The Fast and Furious. I mean,
No, the first one was The Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, the first one was The Fast
The
and the
fourth
Furious.
one was just Fast and Furious.
Okay, that's what I meant to say. So that's the first thing. And second thing, I actually started the franchise with the fourth movie only because I was not into racing. I'm not into those, and I just think those scenes look dumb.
I'm not into it either.
However, thanks to my sister Morgan, she said, John, I think you would really like the Fast and Furious movies, so really start from the beginning, and I think you'll be surprised to actually like it. So I'm like, okay, I'll give him a chance, even though I probably think it will be freaking stupid. But there's like 10 of them.
Starting with 5...
There's going to be 10 this year.
Yeah.
I feel like starting with 5, it actually... If you go into it with the right mindset, starting with 5, they actually get better. Because I used to think, the later ones, it's like, this is a street racing franchise, and they're not street racing. But if you look at it as a change to Mission Impossible with cars...
Yeah, I know. Accurate. That's what you said. That's what you said last week.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with that. That falls in line with the same kind of what's the best way to watch Star Wars?
Yeah,
because like there are multiple different ways where people are like, oh well, you just do it chronologically, and there are also people that are like, oh no, you watch 4, 5, and then you watch 1, 2, 3 because in 5 it's revealed.
She actually did tell me to start with Tokyo Drift and then start with the rest of them.
Tokyo Drift is not the one that you should have started with. I'm going to let you know that now. Because for that to be the third movie, that movie doesn't take place until after the 6th. So that would have been a bad decision.
Are you kidding me?
I'm serious.
one of my favorite songs is actually in that movie.
Well, there you go.
In Tokyo Drift?
Yeah. Ooh Ah by Grits and Toby Mac. It's when he shows up with the car on the spinner thing.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That kind of music that you and I actually do enjoy as well, Matthew. Yeah, like, and so there you go. Before we get to our next topic, great news about Paul. He's got us up a new truck, right?
So hopefully he'll be able to start coming back soon.
Yeah, so he'll be able to come back sooner than you actually think. We don't know when yet, but at least
it depends on when he's not working.
Yeah, but at least he's got us up a new vehicle, so take that, you stupid fuck. He just got a new car. So
yeah, the deer was very near and dear to him.
Yeah, apparently so. Hope it wasn't Bambi's father. That would have been bad.
Listen, I'm laughing.
Bambi.
I'm laughing. But even when I'm laughing, it will be a spray. It's gonna happen.
So next up will be the trivia thing before we get to the actual news.
Which I like trivia.
There are 2 songs and several superhero franchises. Do either of you know what songs?
There's one that I know. It's Powered by Kanye West.
That's actually in only 2. This is 3 or more.
Oh, okay.
That's in
Really?
Power Rangers and
Black Adam.
Yeah, Black Adam.
I'm interested.
The one, I'll give you a clue, it is actually an old country song, but it's a cover of it. It's a punk cover.
Is it
Ring of Fire?
Yes.
Wait, really?
Oh, Rain of Fire?
Social Distortion's cover of Ring of Fire was in Gotham, Constantine, and Power Rangers the movie.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Oh, I remember where it was in Power Rangers. Okay.
And they're twice, actually.
Man.
And any clue on the second one? It's an old classic rock song.
Not Welcome to the Jungle, is it?
No.
Yeah.
Because that's in Jumanji, which I love.
No, that's in Thor, too.
Yeah.
It's in
Oh, it
Thor,
was?
Love and Thunder.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Wait, is the song in Love and Thunder?
No.
Or not Love and Thunder, Ragnarok?
No. Immigrant Song? No, that's not it.
I'm looking for hints because I'm not the most musically educated. Like, obviously, I know a bunch of the classics, but...
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a lyric I could say without spoiling it. Or actually, I could hum it. No clue.
No
It
clue.
sounds
No.
familiar.
Spirit in the Sky.
Oh, okay.
It is in. Hold on, it's in a lot of things. So I'll actually.
I'm gonna show how uneducated I am. But George Harrison, right?
No, Norman Greenbaum.
God, I always think that was George Harrison.
It was in
I find out. I look it up every single week, and I always remember that wasn't George Harrison.
an episode of Titans,
Okay.
the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer, one of the trailers.
Yeah.
TMNT Out of the Shadows,
Oh, okay.
Suicide Squad, the first one, and an episode of Legends of Tomorrow. So
Huh.
5 things total.
Man.
Spirit of the Sky wasn't. What season of Legends of Tomorrow? You know that I quit at one point.
Let me look it up real quick.
Was it like?
I want to see what
been in
season
one of
4.
Yeah, I was gonna say it must have been in one of the earlier seasons, because that's definitely one of the ones that. Gosh, I can't remember his name. I'm just picturing the actor.
It was in season 3, episode 2 of Titans. It was in the episode Red Hood.
Okay.
And for Legends of Tomorrow, it was in. I'm still scrolling down. Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 5.
Oh. Okay. Which,
Oh, it's an unaired deleted scene.
oh, it was. Okay.
Okay.
It's a zoom out shot after Oliver's funeral of the sky.
That's
Man.
That
oh
makes
man,
a lot of sense.
it does.
I don't
It
even know
does.
how
That's
it even
probably
cast
one
that.
of the better placements that they could have made it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it probably would have just playing in one of the rooms.
Was
Suicide
Crisis-
Squad, it was when they were in the helicopter. When Joker's starting to come towards her.
Oh yeah, I remember that scene. Yeah, I remember that scene.
I don't
Yeah.
remember where it's at in TMNT. I just remember being in there.
I don't remember it being.
It's very briefly on low.
Okay. Crisis on Infinite Earth, was that in Flash season 7?
It's on all the shows.
Oh,
It was like
okay.
a 6
Well, I mean,
episode.
it was. That's about where the event was.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And which I still have not watched Flash season 8 and wanted to take a guess why. Because I heard it's not very good. And I'm usually into a Flash mood, but for some weird reason I have not been in a Flash mood.
Season 9 has been interesting.
I've been struggling with season 8 because I'm behind on like all the CW shows, but I'm closest on Flash, and I've been struggling with season 8.
Season 9 is interesting.
I've heard
They have an interesting
mixed
villain.
feelings.
They should have brought reverse flashback to Run Fire
Oh,
Run.
I know about the villain.
Red Death.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it.
Do you know who it is?
Yes,
Okay, you know who's actually
Great. Thank.
I'm not happy about it. That's what I'm not happy about. Is that?
And they even used the line. One of the guys said, "How can I trust you if I don't even know who you are?" Pulls off the mask. I am vengeance. So they even used the line.
Oh man, dude, I love the Metal comics so much, and for them to do that to Red Death,
Thanks, Dylan. You're making my anticipation go low now after that one. Gee, thanks.
I'm so sorry. I just can't, man.
They screwed the villain.
I can.
They
They really
screwed it
did. They did because
Actually, it's Matthew's fault. He's the one that actually got me concerned about season 8. It's your fault, Matthew.
Do you want to know who the villain is in the comic?
No.
Because it's different in the show.
you know, it's different in the show.
Okay.
There's a slight relation, but it's different in the show. They went with a whole different thing with the character in the show.
Because I'm thinking to myself, come on, how can season 8 be as bad as season 7? I mean, how can it be this bad? Actually, season 6 is still my least favorite. Season 7 was a
6
little
is
bit.
an abomination.
Season 7 was a little bit better, but that woman that works with Detective West, oh my butt, she needs to die. You can't be nice at the end of the season when you were mean in season 7. You can't.
It shows character development.
Yeah, just like Gale and Scream.
Yeah, that's.
I don't care. Screw her.
Same as Iris. I hated Iris at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, Iris was annoying.
Iris sucked.
Now
like,
that's
I mean-
Felicity in later seasons.
Yeah, I hated her. I hated her.
Felicity was worse in later seasons, especially like 4.
Yeah, that makes. Like I said, I'm behind on all the shows.
Well, I'll tell
I
you
think
what.
Arrow is the
Whenever
one I'm behind the most.
whenever I do watch whenever I get a chance to watch the Flash season 8, I'll let you know if I actually will like it before I catch up to season 9, because I know season 8's already on Netflix.
Yes.
And I know that season 9 it'll be on Netflix soon.
Yeah, 'cause it's only 13 episodes.
Until the properties is done, and it'll head over to HBO Max since DC.
Yeah, eventually it's going to go to
Bros.
HBO Max.
So
All the Arrowverse shows are going to HBO Max eventually.
How soon?
Uh,
It's sooner.
I
right?
think it's going to be the end of the year probably.
Yeah, I was going to
That
say, we're
makes a
not
lot-
waiting like 3 years.
No. Once all the shows are done airing, they're going to transfer them over.
Okay.
They might even do it right after Flash is finished airing. Like, they might transfer directly and stuff from Netflix. I don't know.
Depends.
I feel they'll go on Netflix for a little bit and then transfer over.
Yeah, I think that all depends on how long the deal went through. Because if they like sold it for what, like 8 solid years?
Yeah, I think 2024 is the end of it.
Yeah, if they sold it for like a certain date, we're not going to see it any
Right.
earlier.
but yeah, only the first 4 seasons of Flash I consider to be perfect seasons.
I don't like
okay.
season 4.
Season five I thought was great, although I was disappointed by the season finale because I wish that the daughter of Barry and Iris, I wish that she should have stayed so she could have been much help in season 6.
We're going to do an episode on the Arrowverse because that's going to be a whole load of stuff.
Yeah, because I really want to unload about. I have a lot of feelings about
Yes.
Flash. Flash is my favorite superhero of all time.
Absolutely.
So I definitely have a lot of feelings about the Flash.
And once
show.
again,
Of the
cannot
Arrowverse
wait.
shows?
I'm trying
I
not
can't
to-
wait for June. I can't wait to see the film now. I'm so excited for it.
Unfortunately, I am very hyped up. For
I know.
Of the Arrowverse shows, my favorite's actually Black Lightning.
Really?
Yeah.
I watched like the first season, but I didn't watch really a whole lot after that of Black Lightning.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Okay, I was wondering how the show ended up being.
The non-Arrowverse ones are better though. Stargirl and Superman Lois. Those are miles better.
But yeah, the trivia's that's very interesting. I mean, it's always cool when you have mix of music in superhero movies, and you're like, "Hey, I like this song. Where's that song from? Whoa, it's from this movie I like." So
Smallville had a load of music I like.
Oh yeah, no, dude, I've been.
POD, Thousand
yeah,
Foot
but that
Drive.
was hilarious. I got to hear the rest of the episode, which that's the reason why, guys, I wasn't here last week. I had to. I opt early, which I apologize. I'm so sorry about that. But I got to hear the rest of it. That was hilarious.
I know.
About the
I
Smallville
know.
thing.
So as everybody that listens to the episode knows, everybody that was here knows, I've been rewatching Smallville, and for the music, absolutely.
Yeah.
Every single episode, like I forgot that this was here.
POD, Lifehouse, Evanescence.
Papa Roach.
Yep.
no.
That's interesting music choices there.
Yeah, no, dude, it's
Hawk Nelson,
All American
Right
Rejects
Guy.
makes a full
Yeah.
appearance in the 4th season. Fifth
I
season?
don't remember. I've got to rewatch it.
It's one of the initial Green Arrow episodes
Oh,
because
that was season
like
6.
was it 6?
Yeah, he didn't show up till season 6.
Okay, I my timeline.
Aquaman showed up in season 5. I think Impulse was the only one to show up before season 5.
Yeah, he showed up season 4, episode 5.
And then Cyborg and Aquaman showed up in 5.
Yes, because Aquaman was season 5, episode 4. I know those episodes by heart, and then I'm pretty sure the Cyborg episode was like the 18th episode.
I don't remember. I've got to rewatch it because before we do the episode on the Smallville, I'm gonna have to rewatch.
I
it.
guess I'm going to have to join you to watch the Smallville episodes. I guess I'm going to have to watch them.
If you have Hulu, you got to do it at home because that's a lot of episodes to watch
Yeah, no,
before we get
there's
to
10 seasons. There's over 300 episodes.
the 200 episodes.
Is it 200?
217, I believe.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well,
So you're gonna have to bust
Well,
butt
then
watching
I'm going to have
that.
to come
Yeah.
over to your house then, so I can watch it with you.
Oh, you don't have Hulu?
No, I don't.
Oh, jeez.
You especially have to watch it before we get news on the sequel show that
Yeah.
they're doing for Smallville.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Okay.
It's gonna be animated.
It's going to be animated. Tom Welling and Michael Rosenbaum are the driving force behind it, right?
Yep.
And they're trying to get as many people back for their original roles as they can.
Apparently, Erica Durance is back.
I'm not surprised by that, considering that she was on CW.
I don't think Allison Mack will be back.
I doubt it. I've been listening to their podcast, which it's called Talkville. For anybody that doesn't know about the Smallville podcast, it's called Talkville.
That's a good title.
It's like once every week. They're currently on season 2, episode 6.
Okay.
I think. It's really interesting to listen to.
Yeah, I've
especially
been
if you
wanting
love
to
trivia.
check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. It's all short format. It's like 45 to a little over an hour.
It's like the length of an episode.
Yeah. And they get on a lot of the they get on a lot of the stars from the show and like crew from the show. And so far, my favorite episode has been the episode where they brought back John Schneider.
Yeah. Jonathan Kent.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's been my favorite episode. I was actually I was listening to it when I was working.
Yeah.
And when I was working, he immediately started talking, and just like this giant smile lit up my face, because as soon as he shows up, you hear Tom Welling go, "Oh, hey, Dad." And I immediately started beaming, and Val looked at me and was like, "You okay?" she was like, "Here, so it's making you really happy right now." I was like, "Yeah, I know." I was like, "It's this." I was like, "It's stupid, but no, it's good." But
there's some interesting trivia with Smallville too.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of really interesting.
So there's an episode, I think it's in season 2 or 3. Jonathan is driving in his pickup truck.
Yeah.
And the Dukes of Hazzard theme song comes on the radio.
Yes.
Which obviously he was also in Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh gosh.
And he makes a comment like, "This is a good song" or something. I think he makes a comment, but yeah.
Yeah, he's like driving out into the fields, and he like turns it up. He's like slapping the side of the truck. Yeah, no, it's there's actually a lot of Dukes of Hazzard references in it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you had to be Dukes of Hazzard fan to notice it.
Right, that's the only thing I recognize, but yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. I stopped talking because I will gush completely.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like we should get to the news
it's
now.
at the forefront of my mind. Yeah.
Well, that feels like the first part of the news, but the Smallville TV show sequel that we're getting. I did not know that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
All right. What else? What else you got in the entertainment news that you would like to share?
Okay, so the very first thing that I'm going to talk about, since Paul's not here, because this would have created more of a conversation, I feel, about this. It's not. So in anticipation of Scream 6 coming out, which is in less than 2 weeks, right?
March 10th.
Yeah.
Which, once again, I cannot believe I'm excited to watch Scream 4 and 5. I'm very stunned.
I'm not a fan of 4, as we've learned in the first episode.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of 4.
I feel like 5, the killer's the most predictable, though.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. 5 is great. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But it's the most predictable.
Okay. Well, I'll see what I see, because my brain probably doesn't work as a lot of people's brains work. But we shall see.
It takes a minute. You will second guess yourself.
To quote
Okay.
Power Rangers, do you feel weird today? You've been weirder than usual.
Yeah.
So in anticipation of the movie coming out in less than 2 weeks, you know how there are collectible popcorn tins?
Yes. They have
They're coming out with the one for Scream 6.
Yeah.
And it's Ghostface's head.
Yeah.
And you
AMC has it, I think?
Or
is it Regal?
Cinemark owns
Okay.
AMC, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So it was Cinemark. Yeah, I remember seeing a theater had it, yeah.
Yeah, they're selling it online.
Yeah, for like $19.
Yeah, $19.99. Just pull up probably any Cinemark page on any social media. They'll have a link there, and you can just go buy it from there.
And
So
I'm
you won't
guessing
have
it's
to
about
worry.
life size.
Yeah,
That's probably about. That's probably the most accurate.
I haven't seen the scale for it.
I'm guessing it's life size because the head is about the size of a popcorn hood.
No way. This looks like it fits like a small popcorn. I'm looking at a picture of it.
Oh, okay.
That looks like it fits like a small to medium popcorn.
Yeah.
I actually saw a Ghostface costume when I was working at Goodwill that one day, and I was thinking, what a coincidence!
It would be cool if it was the size of a life size head.
It'd be awesome, but I don't see anybody sitting there because it goes like all the way down to the neck, so they'd have to have this like giant bowling ball size
True.
like thing just sitting in their lap. Because nobody wants to put that underneath their seat. You bought it for a reason. You don't want to hit it.
You can make a life size Ghostface one. You get a Ghostface mask. You cut off the top of the head, scrape out the insides, and there you go.
I mean, I can tell you the Scream movies. My favorite part is definitely the humor and how they actually make fun about horror movies. I love that because I was just thinking, yes, screw those horror movies.
It only gets more meta from here.
Yeah.
Okay.
4 is super meta. And then 5 even goes a little bit further than 4 does.
I will say 5 has a big part aimed at The Last Jedi.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
There's actually trivia. There's trivia first of all about it. Second of all, there is part of it that relates to Last Jedi in the movie.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that one.
Like a good 2 to 3 minute scene, probably.
No.
They really go at it for a minute.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Last Jedi, I cannot wait for March to get some Star Wars talk about and everything.
That's
So bring as many fans as you can. If you love this podcast, bring in the Star Wars fans because you do not want to miss this.
We're gonna nerd out really hard.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go even further than I do for Flash when it comes to Star Wars stuff.
We'll start with our Mandalorian episode 1 review of season 3 and go from there.
Yep. I'm looking forward to it. So, Scream 6 thing.
There's the popcorn bucket. The next thing is that we have gotten pictures of the set for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. And
Jesus Christ.
there's two things that we've gotten. It looks okay so far, but we haven't seen a whole lot from it.
That franchise needs to go to hell.
Listen, it's gone to hell. It came back.
They've done too many of these freaking games. Ugh. Okay.
Oh no, the latest one was a lot different than all the other ones. It was dramatically different. I don't know if you watched it. I
I've never
actually
seen
liked
any
it.
of them.
Watch Markiplier play it.
Okay.
He is probably, in my opinion, he is the biggest streamer when it comes to the FNAF.
Absolutely.
movies.
Absolutely.
Or the
The
FNAF
video games.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Um,
The only thing I remember about it is watching the Fine Bros react to the Five Nights at Freddy's games. And they were hilarious.
I haven't
but-
watched the React ones.
Okay, they are pretty funny. But I thought to myself, no, they can't do more than just one game. And then, what, 6, 7, 8 games later, and I'm thinking to myself, dear God, why can't you just make it stop already, please?
Yeah, I think there's 8 right now. Official ones.
Too many of these.
And not only are there those, but there are ones in a kind of shared universe.
What share universe?
Yeah, no, there is. I'm not. We're gonna get. I promise, listeners, I'm gonna get back to this. I promise. But shortly before Scott Cawthon left, because he left everything. He left FNAF.
Yeah.
Before he left, he decided that he was going to pull a Sonic, where he's going to embrace the community that were creating fan games based off his stuff. And so not only that, but there's kind of a shared universe in there between all these indie developers, just like random people that loved FNAF and decided to make their own version of FNAF.
Right.
Where they share the same universe with FNAF. I don't think it's official, obviously. But it is like a shared universe where it's like a bunch of knockoff restaurants and stuff like that. It's the conventional FNAF games. They're definitely a bit too many for my taste. Again, I recommend.
I
that
saw
you go
one. There's a
watch
copy for
Markiplier.
PS4 or PS5, and I was thinking, you gotta be kidding me. Really? You're gonna screw with your PS4, PS5 owners now? Really?
I will defend this last game. There are a lot of people that didn't like this last game. I will defend it.
Okay.
Let that be known. I will defend security.
You'll never see me play Five Nights at Freddy's. That will never happen. I will never play that
No,
game.
never say never.
I'm more of a skateboarding game fan. I play the Tony Hawk games.
Yeah. But
Sorry. Back to the piece of news. The leak sets that have come out so far as I'm aware, are pictures of the facade of Five Nights or of Freddy's Pizzeria, of the actual restaurant itself, and then
the horror version of Chuck E. Cheese.
literally.
Willy's Wonderland.
That's what Honest Kramer said, that I love it. It's
Listen,
funny.
Willy's Wonderland. I love Nick Cage, but it was a knockoff of FNAF.
Yeah.
That's what I heard. But anyway, go ahead.
But the facade of the restaurant, which it has a full illuminating sign on it. Like it looks pretty cool. And then they also have a ice cream stall. Which if you know FNAF lore, the ice cream one should be a little on the nose, I would say. Like it's one of those things where you're like, I wonder what they're going to do at the ice cream stall. Like, I wonder how many children went to the ice cream stall and never came back.
I got a funny ice cream story real quick. I got to get sidetracked for this. It's funny. So Paul was over here before his car broke down, and he ordered food from McDonald's through DoorDash. He wanted ice cream. He called to make sure the ice cream machine was working before he ordered it.
Well, you have to. You have to, especially ordering off like a third-party site.
That's funny.
She kind of chuckled and was like, "Yeah, it's working."
Don't worry about it.
I don't go to McDonald's anymore. I used to when I was a kid, but now I go to Subway, and then I've been exercising. I lost weight, so I'm good. So
Yeah.
no McDonald's for me. But it's not anymore anyway.
Okay. The next the next piece of news, it was literally just that about FNAF. The next piece of news, which should be the end of our horror news, is that a new show was announced surrounding it.
Yeah, Welcome to Derry.
Yeah, that's the working title.
Yeah.
Currently. Yeah,
It's straight to series.
Yeah, it's going to HBO Max currently.
Yep.
So there's that.
Josh and Jacob will like that. They hate clowns.
I'm going to do some miscellaneous stuff, and then I'll go to the superhero news because there's a little bit of superhero news. There are new Lord of the Rings films currently being produced by WB.
Yep.
That's about all that we know about those so far.
Peter Jackson will be contacted.
Yeah, he's interested.
Yeah.
He's
at least going to be like he's at least going to be on like the board or whatever.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't direct, he's at least going to be involved.
I'm interested in how that's going to go. I haven't seen all Rings of Power.
I haven't
seen the last 3 episodes.
Yeah, I haven't finished it yet either.
Yeah. I know the big twist at the end about. So,
I don't know.
I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to spoil it.
Okay.
I know one of the pieces of superhero news, the Batman 2 is going to be in production in November of this year.
That actually wasn't one of my pieces of news.
Yeah,
Happy birthday to
Matt. Yeah, Matt the excited. Seriously, I can't wait for the Batman Part 2. It's going to be packed. It's going to be one of my most anticipated films of 2025. It's going to remain number one for the next 2 years. I can't wait to see the film because you know how much I'm a huge fan of the Batman. I loved everything about that movie.
I can't believe how we're ending the year with sci-fi this year. Dune Part 2 in November and then Rebel Moon in December.
That's going to be stacked of sci-fi. That's for sure.
Well, in what, like 2-3 years, it's still going to be like that because I mean that's what Star Wars' plan is to monetize in December.
Right.
With their main films. I think that's the lesson that they took, or one of the quote-unquote lessons that they took from Solo.
Okay.
I don't want to hear any cheeky comments about Solo, though.
What, that's not a good movie?
Shut up.
Too little, too late. For me, it's very underrated. But we'll get to that.
We'll definitely throw down to that next week.
The next piece of news is Guy Ritchie says that the third Sherlock Holmes movie.
Ooh.
It all depends on Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
On if he wants to come back or not.
I love those movies.
Yeah.
Me too.
I think they're great. If you're a fan of Achievement Hunter or the Slow Mo guys on Twitter, you would actually recognize their work in the second movie.
Okay.
Because Gavin Free and I can't remember the other guy from Slow Mo guys. I'm an Achievement Hunter fan. I'm so sorry. Gavin Free and the other guy were actually brought in to consult on the slow mo sections of the second Sherlock Holmes movie.
Okay.
Yeah, so when they're like firing like the cannonballs to the woods and stuff as they're running, that was them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love the first two Sherlock Holmes films. They're really great. I love those.
The next piece of news is that Jon Favreau, he's one of the main people behind Star Wars currently.
Yep.
Especially behind Mandalorian, which the next season comes out this week.
And of course, director of Jungle Book and the remake of The Lion King.
Right.
And Iron Man.
And Iron Man. He's got a huge repertoire.
Absolutely.
Oh, he's got a lot of major franchises underneath his belt. But he's been quoted about the ending of The Mandalorian. He says that there are currently no plans.
There's a season 4.
There's season 4, but we don't know. Yeah, because he's currently working on that one right now.
Right.
Yeah, which surprise, extra piece of news. I totally forgot to put to look that. But a direct quote from him says, "These characters potentially could be with us for a while, and I really love telling stories with their in their voice."
Yes.
A lot of people are upset with him saying that there's no ending in plan for Mandalorian. Currently, I don't really have an issue with it.
I don't have an issue either. It's like
I don't have an issue either.
Well, I mean, sorry, go ahead.
Because I love the first season, but the second season was easily one of the best.
Yeah,
I love the second season.
Yeah, so far it's only gotten better.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Mandalorian is incredible. One of the best pieces of Star Wars things we got.
Obviously, I'm like, oh man, there's no ending for this great Star Wars TV show.
Boo-hoo.
Like, oh no, I can't believe that. I can't think about what I'm going to do after the show ends.
Yeah.
Sucks to be you, Star Wars fans.
Another point of view that I saw get brought up was they were like, well, why would they talk about the end of the show? Like, why would they be like, oh yeah, we have this next season coming out, but here's what's going to happen when it comes to the end of the show.
Right.
Like, that doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't.
Not only are you like getting people more focused on that than the fact that the next season is coming out, but also you're getting people people that are in that kind of mentality of like, oh man, what am I going to do after this show ends?
Right.
Like, you don't want to be like, oh yeah, this show is ending someday.
Right.
You don't want to say that when it comes to your show. Like, the Duffer Brothers have been really ballsy, I would say, with that and Stranger Things, because since like the second season or something like that, they've been like, oh yeah, no, there's only 5 seasons. They're like, we're not doing anything past 5.
Yeah.
Past 5. They're like, we could do other things in Stranger Things, but there's not going to be a 6th season.
I still need to watch that.
Oh yeah, that's another one of your cardinal sins right there.
I thought the Disney one wasn't bad enough, but I was wrong.
You haven't seen Stranger Things either, so shush.
First 2 seasons, great. I was so on the 3rd season. Fourth season, best season so far.
Okay.
I'll say that. But people are upset with Jon Favreau right now about that. And it's like, who cares? Like, why do you want to think about the end of the show anyway?
Right.
But there's that. Next piece of news. Okay. I guess the next piece of news is going to be the Star Wars news. Sorry. Let me do this. So, first piece of Star Wars. It's not Star Wars. Son of superhero news.
Superheroes, yeah.
First piece of superhero news is that Nate Moore, which he's one of the main people behind the next Captain America movie, he said that filming begins in 3 weeks.
Okay.
And that was as of 20 hours ago. Was when the article that I'm looking at posted.
Okay.
So it begins filming in 3 weeks. So I feel like that's going to be relatively on track for its deadline, unless something happens. Next thing is for the show Umbrella Academy, which was based off Gerard Way's comics.
Right.
Nick Offerman, Megan Mullally? I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I don't think I've ever heard her name being pronounced. And David Cross have all been cast in the final season.
Right.
Which, if you don't know who Nick Offerman and Megan Mullally is,
Nick is in The Last of Us.
Yeah, Nick Offerman was in The Last of Us, but they were both in Parks and Rec.
Okay.
Nick Offerman played iconic Ron Swanson, man's man Ron Swanson. And Megan Mullally, who is Nick Offerman's wife, played his ex-wife, Tammy. But she's the one that gives him dreads and everything.
He was in something else big, too, Nick Offerman.
He's been in a lot of big things recently. Here.
I'm pulling up IMDb.
Yeah, he's been in a lot of big stuff recently. Obviously, he's a huge comedian. But honestly, I was surprised when he got casted in Last of Us. I wasn't expecting him to be casted in that show as that character.
He was in the Sing movies.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The Lego movies. He was Metal Beard.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Which I love the Lego movies, but Matthew does not like the Lego Batman movie. He does not like that movie. Yeah, I know.
It's such a fun movie.
Ice Age.
Love Ice Age. And in fact, I love the whole franchise as a whole. I don't care what critics said. I love 2, 3, 4, and 5. I love all of them.
22 Jump Street. Oh, that's where I recognize him from. Obviously from The Last of Us. But I'm watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine as my nighttime show.
Oh,
because I watch something relaxing before bed.
Yeah.
And he played a character in the one episode.
Yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I've only seen the first season. But I'll be really happy when I watch it. When I continue watching it, and I see him pop up.
He played the captain's former boyfriend.
Really?
So yeah.
Okay. I'm a Holt and Nick Offerman dynamic is interesting. I've seen enough of it to get a good judge of Holt's character. So that'll okay.
Yeah. But yeah, needless to say, Yeah, 2023. I mean, it's going to be a very, very, very busy year in terms of entertainment, in terms of movies and TV, and who knows what's going to happen next year.
Yeah,
Things going to get busier.
It's a beast this year.
Any more news, really?
Yeah, there's a few. There's a few more pieces. That one's speculation, so I'll save that one. So I guess the next piece I have is about the Hellboy reboot movie that's coming out.
Oh yeah, the Crooked Man.
Yeah.
How many times did they have to reboot Hellboy?
I feel bad.
What is this? The third attempt now?
Is over.
I feel so bad for David Harbour. I really do. I love David Harbour, and I was entertained by that movie, but I had my issues with it.
I heard it. I heard it was not very good. I heard that the reboot was terrible.
I wasn't a fan of the ending. I was a fan of almost everything else in that movie except for the ending. Especially the post-credit scene.
It looks so cheap. The reboot one. That looks so cheap when it came out in 2019.
I think the only part that was an issue when it came to cheapness would have been when Hellboy was getting tossed around by the giants.
I don't remember.
I think that was the only scene where I was like, oh, that kind of looks all right. But I mean, I just it's not one of the movies I'll defend, but I found it entertaining.
Yeah.
But Brian Taylor from the Hellboy reboot movie says that it's going to be an R-rated folk horror movie that will faithfully adapt The Crooked Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that. Next piece is that Tom Hardy has confirmed through. Yeah, he's confirmed that Venom 3 is currently in production.
Nice.
He confirmed that through Instagram.
Okay, yeah.
I'll take any of those movies over any other Sony verse that they're doing, including Kraven the Hunter.
Yeah, I'm not too hyped for
Doesn't
that.
that come out this year?
Yeah, October.
Yeah, I forgot.
That should tell you how
I forgot that it was coming out too.
That should tell you how bad it is because we didn't even remember it comes out this
I'm
year.
just not paying attention to the Sony movies after.
I didn't mind Morbius.
It was fun. I'll say that.
2005 Fantastic Four, fun.
Yes,
Ghost Rider
absolutely. No, don't mention Ghost Rider. Don't mention Ghost Rider in this one. I don't say that in a bad way. I say that in a good way. Don't
I
mention
like Ghost Rider
in this vein. this
like
vein is a
Ghost
very
Rider.
specific one, and Ghost Rider is above these movies.
I like the first one. I ain't really care for the second one.
Second one was all right.
Yeah.
Definitely some choices. But pissing fire scene was.
Yeah.
It's got to go down in one of the best scenes of all comic book movie history. Next, this news is actually a piece of news for me and me only, because I'm such a fan of this part of the MCU. A one-act actual live stage performance of the Rogers musical is happening.
Okay.
And it's going to be happening at the Hyperion Theater at Disneyland California Adventure Park.
I read about that one. Yeah.
I'm never going to be able to go see it. I'm distraught that I'm never going to be able to go see it.
You're going to try your hardest, but you're not going to make it.
God, never. I would need such a big reason to go see that alone. Because me and my fiance are waiting to go to a Disney park, whether it's one of us or both of us, until our honeymoon.
That's going to be so expensive you'd be crapping out $100 bills.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. So we can't do that. We can't do that for just this.
Right.
I wish that we could, but I don't know. Maybe I'll find like an okay version online.
Yeah.
But the next piece of MCU news, which is the end of the superhero news, and the second to last piece of news in total. So don't worry, we're almost done. Is that Stephen Yeun, who played Glenn in The Walking Dead, has been casted in Thunderbolts.
Yes.
We don't know who it's going to be, but he's going to have not only a significant role in Thunderbolts, but a significant role in the MCU going forward.
Okay.
Ooh. All right.
I think we have a good guess about who it's going to be.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Really?
I think we should say. I think we should save it for the surprise. Like whenever we see the film.
No.
It's gonna know before then.
No, I.
It's gonna be out before.
Really not have. Because I don't blame you for not having an idea about it. Because I personally wouldn't have thought about him being this character before I saw that he got cast in the movie and before the whole entire. He's a significant character. Sentry.
I don't know. Sentry?
Sentry.
Maybe.
I think that he's going to be Sentry because they're supposed to be battling like an evil Superman, apparently, in the movie.
so that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so people have been saying like, oh, Sentry's going to come out in this movie. So if
it's gonna be Suicide Squad all over again, a bunch of unpowered people fighting.
I have feelings on Thunderbolts. I don't think that we should get into it right now. I'm not going to say what my thoughts are, but I think Sentry. It's the only role that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because they're not just going to bring Sentry in and then just throw him away.
Right.
You can't do that with Sentry. Like, not only is it hard as hell to kill Sentry in the comics, but like a lot of people have been asking for him for a long time.
Right.
And obviously, this wasn't the first.
It's Marvel. They're not going to be stupid like DC and throw away Black Adam after one movie.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that it could be Sentry. It just makes the most logical reasoning.
Yeah.
I could absolutely be wrong, and if I end up being wrong, I'll admit that I'm wrong. I'm not too proud of a man to not. I'm wrong pretty often. But I think that it could be that.
Yeah.
First of all, it's an interesting casting. Like, it's not some giant white buff guy, you know?
Right. Alan Richardson.
Yeah, it's not like it's Alan Richardson, which I actually want to say him Sentry.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But it's one of those things where it's like you wouldn't have expected that casting, and that's something that the MCU likes to do.
Right.
Is like they like to cast people that you wouldn't expect, and they also try to go for lesser heard of names.
Yeah.
And since Stephen Yeun hasn't been, I think one of the only like massive films that has been widely seen everywhere that he's been in was Nope.
Yeah.
And even then, he was a diminished role in Nope.
Right.
So I think that he perfectly fits the bill, and if they're trying to set up something like that, he's not only young enough to carry that character for a while, but he also seems healthy enough to carry it for a while. But yeah, I think he's going to end up being Sentry. Okay, so the final piece of news is that Warner Bros. Discovery has filed a lawsuit against Paramount, and it's a $500 million lawsuit.
Ooh. What?
Yeah.
For what?
It's over the streaming rights for South Park. They claim that Paramount cheated them on the deal that they had cut with Paramount regarding South Park, because they had cut a deal with them where South Park would have 10 seasons with HBO Max, where like each new episode it would be uploaded to HBO Max. In addition to airing live, they would air three 10 episode seasons, and so far they've only provided one with 2 episodes, one with 6 episodes, I think. And they're suing Paramount because Paramount has made a bunch of specials.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
And in WB's case, they have definitely, first of all, they haven't been making episodes, so it doesn't apply.
Right.
If your deal was over episodes, which are 22-minute episodes, count it.
Right.
If the deal was for a bunch of 22-minute episodes, them making 50-minute specials is not part of the deal.
Right.
It's not. I'm sorry. I just don't care. Stop being freaking greedy. Like, absolutely, they should have been putting out the output that they gave.
Yeah.
And if it was for 30 episodes, and we've only gotten 8 before this current season,
yeah,
just have a 22 episode season.
Yeah.
That's how the first few seasons were. Or maybe expand the deal to where they don't have to pay anything, but you produce the rest of the episode.
And I can definitely tell you why it's not my type of comedy of South Park. I don't even care about that show. But $500 million lawsuit? That's insane.
$500 million lawsuit where they are going to be losing money because they don't have a case.
Yeah.
That
because
company is screwed.
Yeah, no,
gosh.
no, absolutely. I mean, that's what it's already about, is the fact that, the fact that they were screwed beforehand.
And
Like,
I heard some
they're so far.
I heard some entertainment lawsuits before, but that has got to be the most expensive lawsuit I've ever heard. $500 million? That's like movie budget, or
it is,
or like you won the lottery kind of money, but a lawsuit? No, that's crazy.
In the article, there are obviously like accounts of what WB was claiming, so I don't have any direct quotes, but WB is like, oh well, they used clever language to put these specials out, or to put these episodes out underneath Paramount Plus.
And keep in mind, you said the word clever.
Yeah, quote unquote clever. I'll definitely agree. Like it's like they avoided saying episode, but why the hell are they going to say, "Oh, this is an episode of the series" when it's not an episode?
Right.
Like, I mean, for anybody that might not watch South Park, which me and my fiance we're big fans.
Yeah.
Like we've literally in the past year we've seen it maybe 6 times in its entirety. Yeah, no, I mean like we've rewatched it a lot.
That's probably like maybe coming up with the Big Bang Theory. I've watched it twice all the way through in like less than a year.
Yeah, no, it's when you're fans, you're going to rewatch everything.
Yeah.
But for anybody that might not know, there are 2 specials that went to HBO Max, where there's the Q special. I think that's what it's called. I don't know the titles of the HBO ones very well.
Was the COVID episodes Paramount Plus? Is that
no the COVID episodes were HBO Max?
Okay.
Because there were 2 specials that were COVID specials.
Okay.
Yeah, and they fed directly into the next one basically. Which they're good. Like they made quality stuff.
Right.
So I mean, this obviously isn't about quality. But for the Paramount ones, they put out 4 specials, and they were both two-parters. There was I literally just rewatched them yesterday because I saw this news and I was like, oh. So the first one or the second one was Streaming Wars Part 1 and Part 2, and then the first one was post COVID. There was post COVID 1 and then post COVID 2, Return of COVID.
Which we don't need any more COVID jokes. We don't need those.
Well, I actually this is a little off topic. I was actually talking to my fiance while I was watching them, and when I was watching them, I was like, you know what's kind of scary? I was like, it's the fact that when we talk about COVID to our children, and because inevitably they're gonna have like a homework assignment or something where they're like, hey. How was it? What was it like living through COVID in 2020 and all this other stuff?
My gosh, man! We don't need that.
Well, it's gonna happen. We're gonna get asked about it.
I know.
I was like, it's crazy that when our kids tell us that, we're gonna give them our accounts, and then we're gonna say, if you want something to tell you exactly how it was during these times, go watch South Park. Dead ass. We're going to tell them to go watch South Park. Because I don't know if you guys are caught up on South Park.
I've never watched it.
But it's
me neither.
Really, obviously with South Park, it's an exaggeration.
Yeah, at its end, unique taste. Either you love it or you hate it.
Exactly. They go balls to the walls with this series. That's no secret. Like
the only thing I remember is, oh my god, don't kill me! That's all I remember.
At least once every season it happens. At least once. They dropped those bastards line. Surprising. But it happens.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's actually kind of scary that that's what we're going to give them. I was like, we're going to be like, oh man, if you really want to know what it was like, go watch South Park. Like that's kind of like insane to me. Because I mean, with you guys not having, I must sound like a crazy person. To anybody that hasn't seen South Park, I must sound like a crazy person. But if you have, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I mean, it's scarily accurate because, like, obviously, it's like, oh yeah, this was a caricature.
Yeah.
But it's like they talk a lot about the shootings, which again, we're not getting political. I'm just
absolutely not. No.
They talk about the shootings in the country. They talk about the toilet paper.
Of course, yeah.
How crazy people were about toilet paper.
Yeah,
I remember that.
They talk in depth about the vaccinations and stuff like that, like the stay-at-home orders. They give almost every single detail about what happened.
Right.
And it's insane. I mean, I have to applaud Trey Parker and Matt Stone. I mean, I hadn't thought about it. But rewatching the post-COVID stuff, I was like, this is was like, this is almost the exact commentary that you would expect from documentaries.
That's scary. That's so scary.
It's terrifying. It's like, why should I have to point to this episode, you know?
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing that stands time. South Park.
All I can say is thank goodness that most of the states don't have to wear masks, including our states. That makes me pleased. I can go to work and go grocery stores without even to wear a mask, but we're not going to get to that controversy.
Yeah.
So overall, yeah, I thought these companies I'm pretty sure thinking, I thought we were friends, but that was not the case. That's not the case.
There's actually a commentary already in South Park before this.
Oh man, wow.
There was actually already a commentary about it.
Yeah.
Where it was actually in one of the Paramount specials.
And we'll repeat the numbers one more time. $500 million.
$500 million.
Man.
Because they ordered a bunch of TV episodes, 22-minute episodes, and Paramount put out 40-plus minute specials.
So all we got left is the Cocaine Bear review and
the best movies best movies of last year.
Yeah, that's it for the news.
So I might as well go first on this one. So this is the second week in a row. It features a killer bear, and of course there's that Pooh Bear horror film, and then of course a bear that has cocaine. Guess which one is more entertaining? I'm taking cocaine, which is bad because I'm a Christian guy, and
I wouldn't do cocaine. That's bad.
Exactly. But overall, I thought the film it was fun. It was fun. It was really funny. The CGI was a bit cartoonish because I mean it's a low budget film, $35 million, so that. But overall, I was dying laughing.
It was hilarious.
It was so funny. One of the best scenes in the movie is when a bear actually laid on a person on his back.
Yeah, I've seen that.
It was so hilarious, and then I was just thinking that's like the funniest scene in the movie, and I never thought that this was a true story. I didn't believe it for 1 second that it was based on a true story. I mean, they're based on true events. Like, no, this really didn't happen there. But I still couldn't believe that a bear actually ate actual cocaine.
Yeah,
it's insane.
That's actually a really funny scene where the bear like lays on the guy. I'll cut it down a little bit, some of the dialogue, but they're like, you need to get him off you, and he's like, it's a girl. And he's like, how do you know? Because her woman parts are on my face.
And I was thinking, wow, okay. So, overall, at least for me, really great comedy, very funny. The CGI should have used a little bit of work. The movie is stupid. Except the children, there's no likable adult characters in this movie, and they're meant to be stupid.
Yeah,
and they're played to be stupid, and that's probably the fun part of the film. So I'm gonna give it.
There's gonna be spoilers, slight spoilers for this. There's not much spoilers we can go into because there's not much to spoil.
All right,
but. Yeah, just a warning, there will be spoilers.
I gotta say, what was it like compared to the trailers?
It was good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Ray Liotta was only in 2 scenes, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Including one where he dies.
Oh, okay.
He is the supplier of the cocaine. Like
yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So for everybody that doesn't wear, I haven't seen Cocaine Bear. It's these two. They have. I haven't. So this is all new to me.
You would have a really good time.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's really fun. Not for me. Not the best movie of the year, and they're not going. It's not going for the Oscars. It's not going for this is the greatest movie ever made. They're just going to see a film that fans can have fun with.
It's a bigger budget Sharknado.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I found the movie to be very fun. Not quite 10. I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10 because the CGI needs a bit of work. But it was a great movie. I was very surprised. I actually enjoyed it. Okay.
I definitely like it more than Ant-Man. Ant-Man was okay. It was good, but it was okay. It was mid-tier MCU at best. This was actually really fun. I really enjoyed this.
Well, I mean, if it was fun, it did its job.
It was just plain stupid fun. Yeah.
Exactly. So your prediction?
It's not going in there to be a good movie. It's going in there to be a stupid fun movie.
And what did you predict? You said it was going to be the best stupid movie ever made, or the stupidest best movie ever made. Which one did you predict?
The best stupidest movie.
That is definitely the best stupidest movie.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So you were correct on that one. So overall,
nominated for some Oscars.
So overall, go go see Cocaine Bear. It's fun.
Yeah, I feel like they could do a sequel.
Really?
Because, spoiler, again, the bear lives.
What?
Yes, the movie ends with the bear and her 2 cubs looking for more cocaine.
The Cubs, the Cubs were so adorable. They were so cute in that
The
one.
bear is like a dog with treats. Every time the bear is like trying to get to him, he's like, cocaine, throws the cocaine, the bear runs after it.
There's a sequel, but we just see like the bear like rubbing its gums.
There is going to be an Asylum knockoff already. Meth Gator.
Meth Gator. I've seen the poster for Meth Gator. Okay, I know
The
exactly what you're talking about.
Asylum?
Yep.
I thought the company went bankrupt. Jesus.
They didn't go bankrupt.
Jesus
They just
Christ! Stop making knockoff movies. But well.
They're fun.
But anyway, but overall, we definitely recommend Cocaine Bear. It's fun. Definitely not the greatest film ever, but
Yes.
but it's
And
definitely
it's the greatest film ever.
well,
I can't wait to see it.
well, you'll definitely have a good time. So
Yeah, it's
we
definitely
definitely recommend Cocaine Bear. Can't wait for the big movies coming out in March. We got at least
4.
four of them to go see. Or
Scream 6.
actually, at least 5, I think. Let's see. Scream 6, 65, Shazam
Shazam 2.
2,
John Wick 4.
John Wick 4.
I forgot that was coming out this month.
Oh, actually, yeah, the 5th movie that came to mind, and actually is Creed 3, which I'm probably going to be the only one that's going to go see this movie.
I've never seen the other Creed, so.
Oh, Creed. Oh, I totally. Hear you say Creed 3.
I've never seen the Rocky movies. So.
My ears are like full of earwax, so I can't. I'm having a hard time hearing everything.
Yeah, I've never even seen the Rocky movies, so.
Well,
Watch Creed.
Okay.
Watch
Yeah.
Creed. First of all, there's less movies.
Yeah.
All you have to know is that Rocky was a huge boxer who lost in the first movie.
Right.
That's all you gotta know.
I know you said that you actually wanted to see Creed 3, so do you want to go see it with me?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay.
First of all, I love the main actor.
Me too.
Michael B.
B. Jordan.
Yep.
Yeah, I love
That's
him.
what
Yeah, he's
confuses
great.
Michael Jordan.
Well, I couldn't remember his middle initial.
Yeah.
I was like, it was like 50% B, 50% J, for some reason. But I love Michael B. Jordan. He's great, and this is his directorial debut,
Oh,
right?
I don't know.
It is. And I'm already hearing critics already getting praised for Creed 3. I think it has a 90%, 88% for Rotten Tomatoes, which that's pretty good.
Yeah, I've
That's
seen
pretty
a
good.
lot of good stuff so far.
Yes, and as a Rocky fan, I'm pretty excited to see it. So yeah, you hear it all here, folks. Tonight we're gonna go see Creed 3.
Absolutely, I'm excited for it.
Shazam 2 is my most anticipated movie of next month, though.
Absolutely.
I think John Wick is mine.
I still haven't seen the other ones. Me and John are going to watch them beforehand.
Yep. Yes, we are. And I got a feeling I got a feeling we're gonna love them because the action scenes I heard they are amazing.
I can't believe how long the next one is. It's like Interstellar length.
I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
I'm so happy about it. With you having not seen it, let me just say it's a good thing. Because
John Wick 4, 2 hours and 48 minutes. Man, that's gonna be quite interesting.
the next movie is going to be 3 hours 12 minutes.
Probably so.
Because I'm so excited because of how they left off on the third one. Have you seen all the John Wick movies?
We haven't seen it. Both of us haven't seen them.
You haven't seen neither of you?
Nope. I think I might have seen the first one.
And I'm glad we did him, so that way we could actually get caught up to that. But
Oh, dude, they're so good. They're so good.
yeah,
Like the first one is definitely one of the ones where it's like it could have been encapsulated, but once they got the entire story rolling, it's great. I've been waiting like on the edge of my seat for this fourth one. Like, I mean, I'm so excited about it.
Yeah.
Like, I love Shazam. I'm excited for Shazam too, but I'm really excited for John Wick 4.
as an action movie junkie, I can't wait. I can't wait to go see it. Okay, so I think we should talk about what we think were the best movies of 2022.
Yep,
was.
we're flashing back a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, you mind if I go first on this one?
Go for it.
All right. So, personally for me, critical reception, I don't even care about. The next two movies I'm going to let you know, they're both critically panned. Well, not really critically panned. It was actually negative.
Just to confirm, we're going 10 to 1, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, right. Yep, 10 to 1.
I will
So,
not
the,
be
ne-
doing
the
that.
next two could be controversial for some people, but I don't give a crap. I love these two movies. So, number 10, the one that got very bad reviews by critics, but I don't care, is my second favorite Jurassic Park film, Jurassic World Dominion. I don't give a crap what critics says. I personally think it's awesome. I love the film. The extended cut is actually twice as awesome as the theatrical cut.
It is.
So, love that one. Number 9, I'm going to defend that one too. Black Adam. Love that one. That's my 9th favorite. I don't care what critics says about that one either.
The painted black action scene is awesome.
It is. The action scenes is pretty awesome. So, 10 and 9, those are the films I love. Now we're getting to the rest of the movies that actually got good reviews. So, we got the controversy out of the way. Number 8 is another movie that features Black Panther Wakanda Forever. A very emotional chapter of the Black Panther films and a great tribute to the wonderful actor that got to play for Black Panther.
Yes.
So it was dead silence. When they got to show the tribute, it was pretty much dead silence.
I feel like you could probably hear your heartbeat there. It was so quiet.
Okay.
Because Chadwick Boseman, I mean, he died too young. He's just a wonderful actor. So Black Panther Wakanda Forever, number 8. Number 7, huge shock for me that I love this movie, and that is Prey, the prequel to The Predator. I was not interested in watching this movie at all because, as I said before, I do not like this genre. However, Matthew said they were going to do a big screen premiere, so I figured, okay, I got to at least check it out. And I asked him, is it the prequel to Predator? And he said yes. So I was interested in seeing it. It was amazing. The action scenes was phenomenal. I loved the main character. It's just amazing. I love the film. I couldn't believe that I actually love movies. So horror's slowly growing on me for some reason. So Prey comes in at number 7. Coming in at number 6 is Elvis. Interesting story. I actually wanted to see Elvis in theaters, but I didn't get a chance to. But thankfully it was on HBO Max. And Alyssa, one of our great friends that Matthew and I know, Alyssa, who used to work at Goodwill with us, she said to me, John, you got to watch Elvis. It's amazing. Watched the whole film. I was mesmerized by the whole film. Austin Butler, great performance as Elvis. Tom Hanks, who played as the manager of Elvis, love his performance. It did not deserve Razzie Awards. How did he get nominated for Razzies twice?
He got Tom Hanks. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Austin Butler got nominated for Oscars and Razzies for that.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Tom Hanks got nominated twice for both Pinocchio and for Elvis, which he did not deserve that. Tom Hanks is my OG actor. I love Tom Hanks.
For Elvis, it just I haven't seen the live action Pinocchio, but for Elvis, it doesn't make sense. He was great for that role.
Absolutely.
He
Tom Hanks is great in bad and good movies. So overall, loved Elvis. So comes in at number 6. Huge congratulations to multiple Oscars, including for Best Picture, which I wouldn't mind if it wins for Best Picture because I love Elvis.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Number 5, another Best Picture nominee that's actually on this list, The Fabelmans. As I said before, Steven Spielberg, one of my favorite directors of all time. I think he's the GOAT. He's my number 1.
Okay.
And I got to watch The Fabelmans, and I love the fact it's a movie about making movies. I love that. That's the film that's made for me, and Matthew, you would love it. If you love making movies, you would really like The Fabelmans. So that comes in number 5. Number 4, very sad that this film got overlooked at the Oscars, and for some people, The Woman King. First of all, when I saw the opening sequence, I was hooked. And throughout the whole film, I loved the whole thing. And Viola Davis did not get an Oscar nomination for her performance. It's shameful. She was amazing in this movie.
For those people that don't know, The Woman King is basically the true story of Black Panther's Royal Guard.
Yeah. And Viola Davis, she should have got an Oscar nomination for her performance. I thought she was amazing in The Woman King. So, Woman King comes in number 4. Coming in number 3, you would appreciate this, Dyllan, actually has this one, number 3. Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery.
Yes.
I love the first Knives Out movie, and I think the sequel is even better than the first one. As a matter of fact, it makes me want to go back and watch the first one because it was that good. I love the mystery, the comedy. It was amazing. I love Glass Onion. It was so good.
I'll make my comments when it comes to my list, but I will say the casting for this for Knives Out or for Glass Onion, fantastic, just as great as the first one.
Absolutely.
I mean, everybody really fit the roles. I love it.
Absolutely. So
I know your top 2.
You think you know my top 2?
Yeah.
Okay. You already know what my number 1 is, but can you guess what number 2 is?
Top Gun?
You got it. Top Gun Maverick. Yes. I thought that it was a terrible idea that they were going to do a second Top Gun film. Because when I heard they were making a Top Gun sequel, I rolled my eyes thinking, you gotta be kidding me. Really? A movie that's 36 years old and you're making a freaking sequel? This is terrible.
Blade Runner at work.
And then I heard the standing ovation that I got from film festivals. I think a 10-minute standing ovation. And luckily, the first one was on Netflix, so I got to watch the first one before I got to go see the sequel. I was thinking, all right, I'll watch the first one. I'm going to go see the sequel. And I was blown away by the sequel. So amazing. My dad wanted to go see it, so I actually saw this film twice. And it is that amazing the second time. So, love Top Gun Maverick. Absolutely amazing. But of course, at number one, I think you have a good idea what number one is. The Batman.
Yeah.
I said this many times. One of the greatest comic book films ever made. No Best Picture nomination. Shame on you, Oscars, for that. And you absolutely ticked Dyllan off for Best Original Score. Not even nominated. So thank you for making him angry.
It was deserved.
Yes, it was.
That it's one of the biggest snubs.
Yeah.
Is the fact that even just the soundtrack didn't make
think
it.
cinematography didn't get nominated for either, did it?
No, I don't think so.
No, it
Those
did
were-
not.
Yeah, those are the two biggest. Cinematography should have got, definitely.
Yeah, so overall...
makeup.
It should have won.
Makeup.
Yeah.
Makeup
so-
should have gotten a nomination.
Yeah, so overall, love the Batman. So those are my top 10, and keep in mind, this is personally my list. I thought, for me, 2022 was an amazing year for films, and those are my top 10.
You want to go next, or do you want me to go next?
No, let's just we've been going in
Okay,
circles.
Matthew, Matthew, you go ahead.
Number 10, Bullet Train.
Yeah.
I watched it on Netflix. It was fun. There's a lot of reference. It's over the top violent. There's a lot of funny references to Thomas the Train.
Yeah.
It's funny. Day Shift, which is an action horror movie about vampires. Jamie Foxx is a vampire hunter. It's not like a normal vampire. It's like a cleanup service, like a plumber or whatever else. It's like a company that kills vampires.
Okay.
And he gets assigned to the day shift, which obviously vampires don't come out in the day. So it's like a dead-end job, kind of, at first. Jurassic World Dominion.
Okay.
It was good. It could have been better, but seeing all the cast members together was amazing.
Okay.
Violent Night, number 7. It was hilarious.
Absolutely.
That was such a good movie. The premise was so stupid, but it turned out amazing.
Absolutely.
I'm very excited for the sequel.
Yes.
It has to take place in the North Pole, though.
Yes.
It has to.
Wakanda Forever, number 6.
Yeah.
This is one of 2 superhero movies on my top 10. Just the tribute to Chadwick Boseman and just how beautiful it dealt with trauma and loss. It just made for an excellent movie. I'm glad Angela Bassett got nominated for Best Actress.
She
Me
deserves it.
Yeah.
She deserves it. Absolutely.
Number 5 is Elvis.
Yeah, there you go.
Not much to say about that because John pretty much said everything about that.
Yeah, seriously.
The Adam Project with Ryan Reynolds on Netflix. It was like a love letter to 80s sci-fi.
It was.
And it was beautiful. 3 is Top Gun Maverick. I had never seen Top Gun until last year.
Same.
I watched both at one back to another, and it was good. And I love the fact that all the stunts were done by Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Like, all the stunts were actually done. It wasn't not fake at all.
Absolutely.
Prey, number 2. I love the Predator movies, and I thought Prey was so well done. Number 1, obviously, Batman.
Yep. Pretty obvious.
Yeah.
probably the most obvious one. All right, Dylan, what do you got for your best movies of the year?
I'm actually really surprised. You guys only mentioned maybe 3 of the things on my list.
I wonder what that could be.
So I guess I'm going to get the first obvious one out of the way, given, I'm one of the 2 superhero experts. The Batman.
Of course.
We've said Batman.
Absolutely.
Literally nothing that can be said about it. I mean,
Absolutely.
Like you said, it's probably one of, if not the perfect comic book movie we currently have.
Absolutely.
Like, I mean, it's great.
Absolutely.
And I like to clarify, my list is in no order.
Okay, that's totally fine.
I cannot order things. Like, I mean, I struggle with my Star Wars one, and I'm constantly struggling with my MCU.
Okay, that's fine.
It's just stuff fluctuates for me all the time. I just can't rank it personally. So Batman's out of the way. Next would be Scream 5.
Okay.
Scream 5 was great. I mean, I'm not going to say anything spoilery, but I mean, I loved it. I love Jack Quaid. I love Jack Quaid.
He was
Everything that I learned about Jack Quaid makes me love him even further. Like, trivia fact, he had actually modeled his running from T2.
good. Okay.
So when the more advanced Terminator I'm not a huge Terminator fan.
I am.
So I don't fully
The
know.
T-1000?
Yes. So so the way that he runs, where
Yeah.
he's like all stiff and angles and stuff like that. When Jack Quaid ran prior to The Boys, which in The Boys he has his own specific run.
Oh, okay.
Up until The Boys though, he ran just like the T-1000.
Okay.
When he saw that movie as a kid, he thought it was so cool that he just modeled his running after
That's
that.
awesome.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna say anything spoiler. It was great.
I'm looking forward
Like,
to it.
like I said, like we mentioned earlier, predictable twists. But otherwise, it was great. I loved it. I think that it perfectly set up this next movie. Again, I think that the only character from the last movie that's making it out of this next movie is Jenna Ortega.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scream 5. Wakanda Forever,
Of course.
which we've talked about. Wakanda Forever. It was really good.
Absolutely.
I actually, when I saw it 2-3 weeks late, something like that. I didn't see it till like way after everybody else. Yeah.
At least you got to see it though.
Yeah, no, I got to see it, and I can rewatch it anytime since I have Disney Plus.
I had Disney Plus and the Blu-ray.
But it was actually really weird when I went to go see Wakanda Forever because it was a small theater, and the only other people that were in that theater were a couple at the very top.
Of course.
So it's like, and I think that they were like teenagers.
Oh, that makes
So-
it worse.
Yeah, I know. So like I was sitting there the entire time. I was like, I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna let them forget that I'm here. I'm just gonna watch the movie.
There were people taking selfies during Cocaine Bear the other day.
That's
I was
annoying.
so mad.
Well, it was during Multiverse of Madness, right?
Yeah.
When those kids got booted out of the theater from the
Yes.
front. As upset as I was about them, I was like, those kids absolutely deserve to be kicked the hell out.
Yes.
Like, I'm sorry, if you do anything involving distracting other people from watching the movie in the theater, I don't care. You deserve to get kicked out. You don't deserve a refund or anything like that.
Yep.
Like we're all there to watch a movie.
Exactly.
If you're shining your phone everywhere looking for stuff and you're casting glares everywhere and shadows across the screen and crap like that,
Yep.
like, no, man, get out.
Exactly.
You paid a ticket to come sit in this dark room with all these other people and watch this freaking movie.
Exactly.
If you're not going to respect yourself enough to be like, oh man, I paid to do this.
Exactly.
If you're not going to respect yourself enough to think that, then at least respect the other people that did.
Turn in the room, yeah.
Like I'm sorry, and I know like a teenager's going to be a teenager, but it's like at this point we're going to start voting to keep teenagers out of theaters for the first week.
Yes.
Like, like I'll sign that
Yes.
unless they're being respectful, and unless they're being like not mentored, chaperoned
Yeah.
by an adult. Unless that's happening, oh no, man. I think that teenagers need to be out. No doing TikToks and shit during
Exactly.
the movie. I'm good. I don't want to take any rights away, but man, if you're doing that during a movie, you should not be there. Like,
Exactly.
Get out.
Yeah. All right. So what's next?
Next is Glass Onion,
All
which
right.
like I said earlier, perfect casting.
Absolutely.
I disagree on it being better than the first one.
Okay.
Because for me it still kept to the mystery of a whodunit, but personally I like the stereotypical whodunit that the first one was.
Absolutely.
The second one was a lot different. And Matthew, have you seen Glass Onion?
I haven't seen the
He
first
hasn't
one.
seen any of the Knives Out movies, which he should.
Do you care about spoilers?
No.
Okay. When they went back and explained who she was, when they took like an hour of the movie to explain who she was and what she was doing there, and to go back literally over everything we had seen so far to explain her side of it, I was like, this is a really bold move. I was like, this is. There's not a lot of movies that would be like, okay, for the first hour we showed you this story, and now we're going to go back over the course of what we just showed you this first hour and show you all this other stuff that happened in between these little scenes. You don't see a movie do that.
Birds of Prey was the only other one I could think of like that.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I just thought it was cool. Like, I mean, Rian Johnson is one of my favorite directors. Which, yes, I am a Last Jedi defender.
Me too.
Matthew, you wipe that look off your face. I'm
Do not tell me that you do not like The Last Jedi.
We'll
Actually,
get into that next week.
yes, we'll get to that.
We're
But
gonna fight.
oh yeah, but yeah, I personally think that Ryan Johnson. I personally think he's a very smart director, and I personally think he's great.
When you want somebody that's going to think outside of the box, you get Ryan Johnson.
Absolutely.
I haven't checked out his Poker Face series. I think on
I heard it's really good.
I've heard that it's really good too, and I really want to check it out because it's all Ryan Johnson. Like, it's not
Absolutely.
like he just did part of it. Like it's Ryan Johnson's show.
Yeah.
But I really want to check that out because of Ryan Johnson. Ryan Johnson's great.
Yeah.
So what he did with Glass Onion was brilliant.
Absolutely.
And I mean, he really hammered home that entire this is stupid. like it's not even clever. It's just there.
Exactly.
Like it's masked as something smart, but it's not.
Exactly. But yeah, Glass Onion,
Glass Onion was great.
fantastic.
Yeah. Next movie is Adam Project, which we already talked about that a bit. My comment on that is, again, some really good casting.
Yeah.
Like who they casted as Ryan Reynolds' younger counterpart.
Yeah. He was a little Ryan Reynolds.
He was a little Ryan Reynolds. Like it was, he fully encapsulated what every single Ryan Reynolds character is.
Yeah.
Like
I don't even think they give Ryan Reynolds a script anymore. I think it's just do what you do.
Yeah, no, seriously. Well, especially since Ryan Reynolds keeps working with the guy that did Adam Project.
Yeah.
Which I can't think of his
John
name.
Levy.
Yeah.
Deadpool 3 and Free Guy are both directed by him too.
Like they both get each other.
Yeah.
So I feel like Sean Levy's like, listen, this is what I wrote, but like whatever you want to say, go for it. And I fully believe that there were moments like that for the kid too.
Yeah.
Because that kid was hilarious. There's a video out where he recounts like the first 5 minutes of Deadpool 2.
Okay.
He says everything. Like he knows all of his lines.
Yeah.
He cusses all of it too, and it's just like from Ryan Reynolds, like a selfie.
Yeah.
And you just see him cracking Ryan Reynolds up the entire time, and it's just perfect casting. It was perfect casting, and it was a really good movie. And if I had daddy issues, it would definitely it would have gotten me.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it was just really good. It was a great blend of comedy, drama, and sci-fi.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it was really good. The next movie on my list is The Menu. Which
I haven't seen it.
Have you seen it?
I definitely heard of it, but I never seen it.
It surprised me. Because
I know it was that Fantastic Fest. That's what I know.
it's a great movie. I will say that through and through. It's a phenomenal movie. I cannot do it justice. I really can't. It was just great. I mean, everybody that talked about it said great things about it. I don't think that I saw a single negative thing. Like, obviously there were criticisms, but I don't think that I saw anybody hating on it. I mean, it was just a really good movie. And looking at it, because I was one of the people that didn't know anything about it. I didn't watch the trailers or nothing.
Right.
So when I was looking at it, I thought that it was just gonna be a drama movie, you know. I was like, oh man, they're at this restaurant. There's gonna be some drama that happens. Oh no, no, surprise! It's a fucking thriller.
Yeah.
It's a thriller where people die.
Yes.
At this restaurant.
Yes.
And that blew me away. It just I'm so sorry to the people listening, because if you haven't heard about that movie, that's the first thing that you heard.
Yeah.
It's the fact that this movie is not what it looks like when you look at the poster. It's a fucking thriller.
Yes.
I mean, it was great. It blew my mind when I watched it.
It's definitely on my list to watch.
It sets you up for one thing, and then it totally takes a left turn.
Okay.
It goes hard left real fast. It's a slow opening, introducing the characters,
And then just kind of blows up in your face.
Yeah. Because at first you're like, okay, something's fishy here. You're like, that's a little odd, but okay. Whatever. I guess that's just clever theming for the restaurant. And then, it just takes off. It's great. And I mean, there's also a lot of good comedy in it. Great performances all throughout. It was really, really good. It blew me away. Next movie is Spirited, which, have you guys seen
No.
Spirited?
Yeah. We talked about it. Spirited. That's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's with Will Ferrell and Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
I'm a sucker for musicals. I've said it before. I'll keep saying it. I'm a sucker for musicals. So Ryan Reynolds singing with Will Ferrell, like, of course I'm gonna be down for that. It was great.
That's a nice combination.
Yeah. I think the actress's name is Octavia Spencer.
Yeah.
Okay.
She was in it. You hear her sing as well.
Yeah, she's in the Shack and the Help.
She was in Mall too, right?
I have no clue.
Okay. I really hope that I'm not. I'm so bad with names. I'm so bad with names. Anything that requires words, I'm bad. But you hear her voice, and it's the first time that I ever heard her sing, and it was really good. Like, just looking at it from a musical aspect, not even like it's a movie, which it being a movie was great too. Like for another retelling of Christmas Carol, I don't know. It was definitely one of those things where it's like, oh man, I don't care about the Christmas Carol, whatever. Watch the movie. Watch the movie. You won't regret it. Like I mean, like we've been getting starting in like the 6th grade or the 7th grade or something like that. Like when they required you to read Christmas Carol. Like obviously from that point on, you're like, I hate Christmas Carol. I hate it. Like, unless you're a huge classic literary fan, you're like, I hate it. I hate it. It always spikes up around this time. There's always a new retelling in theaters. I hate it.
Yeah.
No, seriously. Watch Spirited. You won't regret it.
Okay.
Like I said, Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell are the main people in the movie.
Right.
So even if you don't like Christmas Carol, it's really fucking funny.
Right.
Like, I mean, it's just great. I think that them going with the musical route of it only makes it better. So it was really good. Again, I think I said it before when I mentioned it. I think that if you watch Spirited, watch it during the holiday times.
Right.
Because I mean, that's when it's made for. That's when it's going to be the best.
Yeah, you and I, Matthew, we'll definitely watch it. Give it a chance.
Right.
Yeah, no, seriously, it's really good. My next movie was Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people didn't like. Multiverse.
It was good.
I loved it.
I loved it too. I mean, I thought it was.
It was a
great.
little bit underwhelming.
A little bit. Personally, I would prefer more horror in it.
Yes.
Not being a horror person,
It still needed to be a horror movie.
I think so, and I think that what we got was good. Because there were definitely a few parts in there where I jumped. Like
yeah.
when Wanda was in the tunnel with them. Like
I think I sat right beside you when they were doing the trippy stuff, and I looked at you and going, "What is going on?"
Yeah, no, dude, it was.
It is movie on drugs.
The Professor X kill.
That was. I expected it. I'm going to be
It was
honest.
still savage.
There weren't. I'm still upset that we haven't gotten a Hot Toys 6 scale figure of Mr. Fantastic. I don't care if it's just a bowl of spaghetti. Like, I mean, it's good.
I was gonna say I've seen something on Facebook about that right after the movie came out. Wanda Maximoff's How to Make Spaghetti, and it was just a picture of Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, but Multiverse of Madness, it definitely was pretty great. Although Black Panther: Wakanda Forever was what for me was the better one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like putting movies up against one another.
Yeah,
I definitely see why people would like Wakanda Forever more, and I definitely think that Wakanda Forever was a better movie. Just like me taking my bias out of it, I definitely think that Wakanda Forever was better.
Yeah,
but I like Sam Raimi. I love the first Doctor Strange movie, and when I found out that they were doing that, not only were they adding Scarlet Witch, but they were making it more of a horror movie.
Yeah, it really took your interest. Yeah,
it was easily one of my most anticipated movies last year.
Mine too.
And it was hard for the other Marvel projects to get me up to that point.
Yeah.
Still upset that ended up being the final post-credit scene of No Way Home was the first trailer. Still upset about that. Yeah. That was bullcrap. Like I'm sorry, we should have let that in 2012.
Yeah.
Like when there's a post-credit scene, I don't want to be sat down for a 2-minute trailer.
Right.
I'm sorry, I just don't. I'm fine if it sets up the next movie. Like, will literally lead into the next movie. I'm fine with that. But I don't want the trailer.
Right.
I'm sorry, I just don't. I also wasn't a big fan of the other one with Pizza Papa.
Yeah.
Like, I think that him looking into the camera was a little too much for me.
Yeah.
He also should have been Ash in that movie, but okay. Listen, there have been Marvel crossovers with Evil Dead.
I know.
It was a perfect opportunity.
There's a DC versus Evil Dead fan film. It's like Lobo versus the Evil Dead.
I need to see it.
It's good.
I need to see it. I want to check that out.
It's like a 25-minute fan film. It's really good quality.
I'm gonna go to Halloween Ends because I definitely think that the next one is going to
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, okay, so this is going to be really controversial because a lot of people didn't like Halloween Ends.
Oh, I heard that people are very divisive. There's one side that said, this is the best Halloween movie ever. I love this one. And then they're like, thinking, this is not how you end the trilogy.
Well, okay, my issue with it, which I agree with the people that are like, oh, well, it should have been more about Michael than this other random dude we never knew about before. I definitely agree with that. I full-heartedly agree with that. Like, it should have been... Halloween has always been about Michael Myers. Always. So, when you do this thought piece, which Halloween Ends was a thought piece. Like, don't mistake it. It was a thought piece about how society can treat people when these people who made a severe accident.
Right.
When these people who made a severe accident, which was a true accident, when these people make an accident and they're judged by that the rest of their lives. And that's how everybody treats them.
Yep.
How it can manipulate that person and change that person, where everybody's saying that they're a monster this entire time, and then they become a monster.
Yep.
Like you treat somebody like a piece of crap their entire life, they're going to be a piece of crap.
Yep.
That's just unfortunately the fact of it.
Although I did hear that the final fight, though, was really gruesome and also was pretty satisfying. That's what I heard.
Final fight was really good. I definitely don't think that the kid that they introduced in Halloween Ends, which it was mostly about him, I don't think that he should have died. I really don't think. I think that they could have set it up for the Halloween franchise to move on, which they've talked about wanting to do more Halloween movies. And John Carpenter does not care.
Exactly.
He doesn't care. He's like, listen, I get a check in my mail because they're using my franchise. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Which, I mean, you gotta respect him.
Right.
Like, he's like, listen, I just wait for money to come in. I don't care about anything else.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that he should have lived because the way that they were setting it up was he was going to be Laurie's grandkids, Michael Myers.
Okay.
That's what he was turning into. So it's like you could have had a new generation of Halloween. Like you could have set up more movies where it was about him chasing after her. Like he may have gotten like a new mask or something, you know. But like, I think that him dying was definitely a mistake, which makes sense why Michael would kill him. But say he had been alive and was able to crawl out of the house before he died, you know?
Right.
Like he could have survived. Like I just like once somebody's treated as a monster their entire life, they get to the point where Michael Myers is.
Right.
I think that kid could turn into a new Michael Myers.
Yep.
And it would have just been just as good.
But at least you enjoyed it to have it in your best movies of 2022, which people will definitely crucify you, but you know what? I respect you for that.
Listen, it's better than a lot of the other Halloween sequels that are out there. I will just say that.
It's such
better
a
than
cash
lot of
cow,
the other-
which I'm going to save my criticism for horror when we get to October. I am so going to destroy that genre. Oh my god.
I'll defend some of the Halloween movies.
Yeah.
No,
But I will still, but at least the Alien movies, almost all the Alien movies, for Screw itself, it's such a terrible film. But Alien, Scream, those are so far my favorites of the horror films so far.
Scream is definitely one of the better franchises, I would say.
Absolutely.
When it comes to that kind of
So, all right, so Halloween ends. What else we got?
my final one is, and I know that it's not technically a movie. I know it's a special,
Interesting.
but no,
Oh.
Werewolf by Night.
Okay.
Oh, where was my night? That was great. I really enjoyed that. It's surprisingly, it was that fantastic fast, even though it was not really a fully a movie, but I got to watch the whole thing. That's a great movie to watch
I love
around
monster
Halloween
movie
time.
vibes.
That's the entire reason.
Yeah.
That's the entire reason why it's the
Black
only
and
number
white
placed on my
mode
list.
is genius. I love the black and white throughout the
Yeah.
entire thing. That one was great.
I'm bummed out because we're never going to get anything like this again. We're not, because I mean it made
You
the most
never
sense
know.
for it
They
to be
could.
Werewolf by
They
Night.
could do some more.
I definitely don't think that they're going to change the character whatsoever when they bring back Werewolf by
Right,
Night.
because he's gonna be like the Avengers movies.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to do anything to change his character or anything. He's still going to have that vibe,
Right.
but it's just I'm bummed out because they're using the specials to try out new things,
Yeah.
but they're not going to translate to the actual movies.
Right.
So that's the biggest bummer to me because I've talked about it on here before. Like I love Creature from the Black Lagoon. I love all the Universal monsters, like the OGs. I really love them. So watching a Werewolf by Night, I was like, this looks like it could have been made in the 40s.
Yeah.
Like obviously with Man Thing being Man Thing.
Yeah.
Like it could have come out during that time. And the lighting.
Yeah.
The lighting never gets enough love in movies. And what they did with the lighting in Werewolf by Night
Was incredible.
was incredible.
Yeah.
Everything was accented. Everything, like the lighting only made like the actual werewolf scenes even better. Like the strobe light on him as he's moving and everything, phenomenal. I mean, I cannot say enough good things about Werewolf by Night. If you have any issues about Werewolf by Night, I will fist fight you. I mean, I will go to the death defending this. It's in that list for me.
Yeah.
Along with Power Rangers.
Yep.
Like, I mean, I will defend this movie till I die.
I love the fact that they actually did a bit of a MonsterVerse as a pay tribute to the old monster movies the back in the 30s and 40s when Universal did this whole MonsterVerse or something like that. Do we have time to do?
We could read our list from 2021 real quick.
Okay.
I don't have my list ready.
Okay. I guess me and John can do it real quick.
Huh?
I guess me and you can do it real quick. Go for it.
Okay. Yeah. I'll get to mine real quick because I know it's been a pretty long episode. But we're gonna try our best.
Yeah, and I'm ready for bed because of my sinuses.
Yeah, exactly. Real quickly, 10 for 2021. We're now getting to the top 10. Number 10, Encanto. Have you seen Disney animated films? Encanto, right? Okay. Kill Matthew number 2. I don't think you see Encanto. Have you seen Encanto?
Nope.
Oh my god! Yeah, we're gonna kill him on that one. Okay. I actually changed my list on the last minute because I actually had In the Heights at number 10, but after watching Encanto for the second time, Encanto is now made to number 10. In Heights is a musical done by from the same guy that did Hamilton.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it though.
It's great.
Okay.
But Encanto, I love Encanto. It's absolutely great. Number 9, American Underdog, the Kurt Warner story. As you pretty much know, I'm a Christian, and I also love sports. So this is actually a story about the football player that went undrafted and who actually became one of the best undrafted NFL players of all time. He gone to 3 Super Bowls, winning Super Bowl MVP, and he actually became the best undrafted quarterback of all time.
But he also Zachary Levi.
Yep, Zachary Levi. He plays as Kurt Warner, which I love his performance. So
I'm gonna have to watch it.
It's actually really good. I think you really like it. So American Underdog, number 9. Number 8 is King Richard. Will Smith's controversy aside, he finally won his Oscar for his performance as playing as the Williams sisters' dad, who gave a great performance. I think it's the best of his career, and I thought Will Smith was amazing, and I love the whole film as a whole. So King Richard comes at number 8. Number 7, Dune. Dune, fantastic science fiction visual effects movie. I know you cannot wait to see the sequel. Coming November of 2022, which I'm going to go see on opening night with you on that with Matthew. So, yeah, wait to see that one. Number 6, a musical film, Tick, Tick, Boom, starring Andrew Garfield.
I have not seen that yet.
And Vanessa Hudgens.
Yes, Vanessa Hudgens. I had a huge crush on her when I was watching High School Musical. She was my celebrity crush. I love Vanessa Hudgens. But the whole film's great. I love the songs. I love the true story of the musical of Rent. It's a wonderful film. Love Tick, Tick, Boom. Number 5, Zack Snyder's Justice League, one of the greatest superhero films of all time. Easily the superior cut of Justice League, even though I like the theatrical cut, but Zack Snyder's takes it all the way. So Zack Snyder's Justice League, absolutely great. Number 4 is my favorite of the DCU films, The Suicide Squad. James Gunn's brilliant comic book movie masterpiece. Hilarious, fantastic action scenes. John Cena's Peacemaker got him the TV show for a reason.
Yeah.
Such a great movie. I love The Suicide Squad. Number 3, the biggest surprise of 2021, Free Guy, starring Ryan Reynolds. I couldn't wait to see this movie anyway because it starred Ryan Reynolds, and it's PG-13, which I thought people would have hated. It was really funny.
Yeah.
Great cameos, some great visual effects too, and Ryan Reynolds is just hilarious in this movie. I think they're going to do a sequel to Free Guy.
They are.
Which I can't wait to see it. So Free Guy, love Free Guy. Number 2, a Steven Spielberg movie is also on this list, and is actually a remake of the musical West Side Story. Got to go see this movie on opening weekend. Love the whole thing, and the ending, ooh, it would definitely get you emotional. So, love West Side Story.
I also haven't seen that one, but I've seen the original.
Yeah,
And
my aunt loves the original West Side Story.
Yeah.
So, West Side Story, loves Steven Spielberg, what he actually did. And can you take a quick guess what number 1
No
would
Way
be?
Home.
You got it, Spider-Man No Way Home. To me, it's the best of the Spider-Man movies, which I stated many times. I love Homecoming, I love Into the Spider-Verse, I love Far From Home. But to me, Spider-Man No Way Home gets nostalgia right on the money. Why was it not nominated for Best Picture as well, Oscars?
Because
What is
it's
your
a
problem?
DCU movie.
We'll have to rank the Spider-Man movies eventually.
Absolutely.
That won't be too hard for me. No Way Home's definitely going to be at the top, though. I'm just saying that now. It
But
was
Spider-Man No Way Home, I loved it. It was absolutely just amazing. Love it.
Okay, I'll go real quick. Red Notice, number 10, with Gal. Got it.
Yeah, okay.
Also, Dwayne Jones was in it. Gunpowder Milkshake, another Netflix movie. It was about a group of female assassins. It was kind of comic booky. It was really good. It had, I think Mary Elizabeth Winstead was in it.
Oh, okay.
Army of the Dead, number 7.
Okay.
Zack Snyder's epic zombie movie.
I thought we were at number 8.
Oh, yeah, that was number 8, sorry.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm out of it with these sinuses. Suicide Squad, number 7.
Okay.
Raya and the Last Dragon, number 6.
That was
I
a great
forgot
one.
that
I
came out that
love
film
Ray of the
last
Last Dragon. I'm very happy you watched that film. That's a great movie.
Shang-Chi with the other
Okay.
That was in my top 20. I love Shang-Chi. That was great.
That was really good.
Shang-Chi, the other dragon movie. Because they both have dragons in them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
That was number 5. The last James Bond movie, No Time to Die, was number 4.
Still haven't seen that.
I can't wait to watch that Daniel Craig James Bond movie.
They're so good.
Yeah.
I've seen every single one.
And I'm an
except for the
action
last
sucker, and I love Daniel Craig, which he doesn't give enough appreciation how incredible of an actor he is.
He doesn't. Like, I mean, I think that the Knives Out movies are really
Absolutely.
a doorway to that.
The Snyder Cut, number 3.
Yeah.
One of the best movies of all time.
Absolutely.
Dune, number 2. That's a lot better than John's placement at number, 7?
Yeah, but I still love the film. Don't get me wrong.
So good.
It is so good.
And number 1 is...
No Way Home.
Exactly.
Yep. Spider-Man No Way Home. So, yeah, definitely pretty much some fantastic movies. So,
that's all we have for this week.
yep, that's pretty much for this list, guys.
Next week we'll throw hands with Star Wars.
Yep. Thank you so much for listening, guys, and we appreciate the support, and we appreciate all you listening and downloading the episodes, and bring all the Star Wars fans, because it's going to be a fantastic episode. I cannot wait to get into it. So, guys, God bless. Have a great week, and we'll see you all next time.
Yep, see you later.
next time.